G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing this big guy. This is the Streamlight ProTac HL-5-X. Let's check it out. All right, so here is the box here. It's a bit tall to fit in frame, but that's the box. That's what we're talking about. I'll just do it this way. So it is going to give you, and I really like this, it gives you CR123a lithium specs here, and then here it gives you the two 18650 specs here. So I really like how it does that. I'll just pop that there. You won't get 18650 batteries with this package, but you will get 4 Streamlight CR123As, all right? You will also get a lanyard. And this is not a bad lanyard because it's got that little metal thing instead of that little wiry thing. And I reckon this is a stronger system. So you would just connect that to that hole right there. And it's a nice system. I'm not a lanyard guy, but look, this is a pretty tough lanyard. It's not flashy or showy. It's just all business. So that's typical for Streamlight. And here is the user manual. So ProTac HL-5-X. So there is a USB version. This is not that. This is just the 5X. The USB version, I'm guessing, will have like a USB port in it, but this one does not, and I like it that way. Okay, so I've got a couple of Keep Power 18650 batteries, so I'm going to install them now. I apologize in advance. Streamlight has an issue with the threads. It's not an issue, but they're not oiled at all. They're very dry, and for that reason, they squeak like all hell. So I'll try and not do it too badly. Oh, but it's so bad. Oh, that wasn't too bad, actually. That was a good day. So here we go. Now, they're a very reliable company, so I'm not saying anything about the fact, and if we just have a look in there, I'm not saying that the threads are bad, it's just they squeak. Now, if we have a look down there, it's actually quite a thick body tubing. So, you know, these 18650s are snug in there. And then look how thick the body is. So that's really cool. That's the tail cap with the contact area. Oh, try being here for that. I tell you what, man. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Woo, that's enough. All right. So here it is. So let's start with... it's a big boy. So we got here, what do we got? We got 24 centimeters, I'm going to go ahead and say. Now, the head or the face or the head or whatever you want to call it is, let's say, 5.6 centimeters wide. I'll just get it more in frame for you. So, yeah, 5.5, little over 5.5. So we'll say 5.6. And the body is, let's see here, the body is little, just a smidge over 3 centimeters wide, okay? So, nice. Now, this light is awesome, okay? So, first thing I want to talk about is the finish on it. So, the head is your, you know, aerospace grade, aluminium, tough as nails stuff. The body is rubber. It's just rubber and it's awesome. The tail cap is the same as the head, that aerospace aluminium, but the body and the switch are all this phenomenal rubber. And I've never held a light like this before. I've never felt anything like it. The body is so grippy because of this rubber finish, and it feels so durable. Like this is tough rubber, man. I love it. I love it. You know, you've got the knurling on the actual body that's really, really grippy. But this doesn't look like it either, but this is rubber all the way up here as well. The neck and everything is rubber. So that's the first thing that jumped out at me when I pulled this out of the box. I was like, oh, hang on, have a bloody go at this. So, you know, with gloves on or anything like that, I mean, you are going to get a lot of grip with this thing. Now, this thing is a very powerful light, and it reminds me of like a searchlight, you know, but more of like an on-foot searchlight as opposed to from a helicopter or something like that, or from higher ground. The reason being is that total internal there. So the thing about a total internal, and I've got this on the low, medium, and high setting at the moment, but the thing about a total internal, right, is so my palm has a lot of light directed at it. But take notice of underneath it. And in fact, I'll get it to the next. Okay, so that's the highest output, I believe. So my palm is screaming hot with that hot spot. But look here. Look at how close to the light other light is, right? So if I get the ruler, just get the ruler. And okay, so now you can pretty clearly see where the light starts and where it stops. It's starting around about the 10, okay? So around about here. That's very close to where the light actually is. So when you're walking, holding this thing, and I'll just get it to medium. When you're walking, holding this thing, you know, looking for something, you've actually got a lot of light directly underneath you. Now, what is that good for, you might ask? Well, you can be shining this at something that you're looking at or in the direction of something you're looking for and still see directly in front of you if you're going to step on something you shouldn't step on, if you're going to fall in a hole, trip over a tree branch, whatever. So the benefit of a total internal reflection over a reflector beam is that a reflector beam is going to shine out everything here, okay? So, and you get nothing on the floor. Whereas a total internal gives you heaps of light out in front of you and also heaps of peripheral light underneath you. That is very beneficial for when you're walking because you can see right in front of you, okay? So that's something that I will show in the night shots, and it's just something to take notice of. Now, this is quite a heavy light as well. I don't think my scales are going to be able to cop it because it'll be over 300 grams. But if I had to guess, I'd honestly say it's about 400 grams with the batteries. So we'll just see, but I'm almost certain it's going to say error. Yeah, so well over 300 grams this light is. But now let's go into how to use this thing. So firstly, the feel in the hand is brilliant. Like I said, that rubber, this thing's going nowhere. And the side switch is one of my favorite switches. It's not only a forward clicky, so you can momentary with it, but it is super, super responsive and sensitive. It's typical Streamlight, you know, it's such good quality. So now, the benefit of this light is it has 3 programs, and those programs are very easily swapped, okay? You can't choose which one you want to go to. You just go through the cycles of them. So it's very simple. So right now, I'm in low, medium, and high. Now, this is not a situation where I'm in low now, right? I can't click off and then back on quickly and it comes on into medium and then it comes on into high. That's not how it works. From off, one click gets you to low. Half press and another quick click, so half press click, that gets you to medium. And again, but 2 clicks, so 1, 2, 3, gets you to high, okay? So full press from off gets you to low. Half press, then full press gets you to medium, half full. And then 2 half presses and a full press gets you to high, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's the program I'm in now. But let's say I want to change programs. All you do is half press the switch 10 times, and on the 10th time, you hold it in. You don't click it in, you just hold it halfway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. It's going to strobe and turn off. That tells me now I am in the default setting, which is high, strobe, low. So every time you click it, bang, comes on in the highest output. Then if I do the 1 half press and a full press, it'll be strobe, 1 half full, strobe, oh my God. And then 2 half full, it'll be low, 1, 2, low. All right, now there's one more program. So I've just gone from low, medium, and high to high, strobe, low, and there's one more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold it. It comes on in high and then turns off. Now I'm in just high only, okay? So you can signal with this, you know, you click it on, whatever. It doesn't matter if you click it 1, you know, half press, 2 press, whatever. It's always going to come on in high. So that's this output. So I'm going to get it back to low, medium, and high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. It comes on in low, turns off. Now it's low, medium, and high again. Okay, that's just the best one for me for now. Although I really like high, strobe, low. I like all of them. They're actually, for different scenarios, they're bloody fantastic, all 3. They're very clever program setups from Streamlight. So In terms of lumen outputs, so low here is 250 lumens with the two with the two 18650s, and also 250 lumens with the CR123As, 4 of them. That'll give you 11.5 hours with the 18650s and 10.5 hours with the CR123As. You've got 3,600-ish candela, and it's going to get you roughly 120 meters. Now, medium, 1, 2. So that's 1,000 lumens. 1,000 lumens you get for 3 hours with the two 18650s, and you get 2.5 hours with the CR123s. You get 237 meters of throw, about 14,000 candela. And then 1, 2, 3, high. This is where there's a massive difference. So with the 18650s, you get 3,500 lumens for an hour and 15 minutes, 452 meters of throw, and 51,000 candela. Bloody epic. With the CR123s, it's 1,000 lumens less. So it's 2,500 lumens for an hour and a half, so 15 minutes more, but it'll only reach about 385 meters with 37,000 candela. The fact that you can use CR123As in this is fantastic, because it means that, you can buy CR123As off the shelf of a supermarket and this thing's always going to run. CR123As have, 10-year shelf life and things like that. Do not mix old and new CR123As though. There must be 4 freshies. And then just run them down till the end together. If you mix, it's dangerous if you do that, so don't do it. Now, this will survive a 1 meter drop and 1 meter underwater. Okay, so that's why I really like the non-USB version, because it's more submersible because there's just no openings. Okay, so really clever. You do have some heat sinks on the neck here, so it is not going to get as hot as it would without them. It does get warm up the top here, but again, this being rubber, the heat doesn't travel through it very much, so you can hold it like this with your hand on the side switch for bloody ages, and it's not going to get too hot. It's really not. So you barely even feel the heat on the rubber, which is, again, a phenomenal characteristic about this light. Just so clever. This thing will tail stand, so you can use it as a hands-free light if you just want to put it in the corner of the room for whatever. So it's a very versatile light. And you cannot lock it out, but if you just turn the tail cap a few times and really, basically almost have it hanging off, the light won't work. So that's the best way to do that, but there's no lockout system in it. All right, let's go check out the night shots, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy it. But I'll just give you another little 360 view of it. It's really a really nice light, guys. It really is. It's large, but it's one of those lights that's like, this is purpose built. This is not, it's not trying to boast anything it can't do. It's purpose built, really friggin' beautiful, beautiful light with amazing qualities and, typical Streamlight reliability and performance. It's fantastic. All right, let's go check out the night shots. See you in a sec. There it is on the highest output. So I've got it on high, strobe, low. And look at that. So that hot spot there is enormous, and the bleeding around it makes it so useful for just max vision. Maximum amount of lumens spread out so evenly, but the hot spot is still very, very, very clear and intense, but blends so well with the bleeding. This thing is awesome. Okay, now strobe, low. And low is just proper useful. How good is that? But that is just so impressive. This is like what you want on a farm, any, property, land, security even, man. Like, this with security would be perfect because it's just perfect for, it's a searchlight, but like a ground searchlight, like this. If you were a security guard patrolling this area, this is the light you'd want, because it lights up everything. It's lighting up that fence at the back there with the graffiti, lighting up all the way to the top in case there's people up there stuffing around, which there have been plenty of times. So, it's bloody great light. Friggin' phenomenal light. And the beam pattern's great. Total internal. And just check that out as well, my foot, you know. That's like right down here. That's right in front of me. I've got light right in front of me. So I'm pointing this light in front of me out there to see all that. And as I'm walking, I can see right where my feet are. So if I'm gonna step on something or fall in something, it's just such a friggin' brilliant light, this. And the head, this has been on turbo for ages, barely getting hot. Friggin' love this light. What a phenomenal beast. CR123 compatible as well as two 18650s. I mean, come on. All right, see ya. All right, so let's go price. Okay, so tacticalgear.com.au I got this from, and the price is $325. So well worth it. As I said, it comes with 4 CR123As, but I've got two 18650 batteries in here just for the high lumen output, and I think you get better runtime with those, if I'm not mistaken. I know I already covered it, but I've forgotten. So let's talk pros and cons. In terms of cons, I don't have any. If you look at this light as something that it's not designed for, you'll find cons, you know? So, you know, obviously it's got no pocket clip. I mean, why on earth would you want a pocket clip on a light like this? So it's definitely not a con that it's got no pocket clip. Some people may see it as a con that it's got no tail switch. I know with the Streon that I've got, which I haven't reviewed yet, it's got a tail switch and a side switch, and you can kind of use them independently or together. And that's amazing. But again, I don't think with the weight of this light, I don't think a tail switch is a good idea, to be honest. So again, I don't think not having a tail switch is a con. Some people might think the total internal is a con. Maybe they would have thought a reflector beam would have been better. And I don't think that's a con either. Reason being is that there's a place for reflector beams and there's a place for total internals. This being a searchlight is, I would always choose a total internal for a ground searchlight, okay? If you're searching for something from air, you know, from a helicopter, yeah, a reflector beam is what you want because you don't want to see right in front of you. You want to see everything away from you. As a ground searchlight, you know, security, law enforcement, you know, looking down alleyways, looking behind houses, looking down the sides of houses, things like that, searching a factory or something like that. On foot, you know, searching a forest for somebody who's lost. This thing is perfect. The reason being is that the total internal, as you saw in the night shots, it gives you a view, it gives you a lot of peripheral light right at your feet. So you're gonna see where your next step is gonna land. And that's important for an on-foot searchlight, right? So I don't see any cons about this light. I really don't. I mean, the lumen output is very generous. The programmable, you know, 10 tap programmable is amazing. The switch is so good, like a forward clicky switch, you know, 1, 2, strobe, 1, 2, 3, low. It's just, it's so sensitive, you know, it works with you, man. This switch is great. And I mean, the body as well, you know, this it's not ProTac, it's rubber. I think we'll just go with rubber. This is brilliant. It's such a brilliant, and then it shifts from this rubber feel all the way up here right until the head, and then the head is like that, you know, aerospace grade aluminium. But everything down from here down is this beautiful rubber. So the grip is phenomenal. I mean, this light's one of my favorite lights now because I've had the pleasure of reviewing it, but also using it. And, you know, if I want to reach for a light, or if I'm going somewhere where I need a lot of light in a reliable host, this is the one, man, absolutely. And like I said, from air searching, you'd want a reflector. But on ground, you want a total internal. You just do. You want a total internal because you want to see where you're walking in the darkness. That's my opinion. So anyway, I said the price, didn't I? $325 from tacticalgear.com.au. I will link it in the description down below. And look, apart from that, I'm stoked with this thing, guys. It's friggin' awesome. So I'll shut up now, but thanks very much for watching. And until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.